Exercises. A. Multiple choice questions. There are 4 options given. The correct option you need to place a right mark. Humans breathe through gills, their nose, fins, air holes. Gills are the respiratory structure used in aquatic animals, animals living in water, like fishes. In them, they breathe through gills. Fins. Fins are the structures used in fishes for movement in water. To move in water, they use fins. Hair holes are the breathing structure present in insects like grasshopper, cockroaches, etc. So humans will breathe through nose. Second one. So you need to place a right mark to nose. Second option B. Second one. Which of these does not breathe? Mosquito, plant, fish, table. Out of these options A, B, C, mosquito, plant, fish. So these 3 are living things. Table is non-living things. It doesn't breathe. So the right answer is D. Third question. Humans cannot A. Feel, move, lay eggs, grow. See A, B and D. So these 3 options, okay, it is applicable to humans. Humans can feel, humans can move from place to place, humans they show growth, whereas humans cannot lay eggs. In humans they give birth to young ones. They reproduce by giving birth to young ones. They do not lay eggs. Lay eggs it is seen mainly in birds. Then the correct option is C. Next, fourth one. Plants can make food without air, eggs, sunlight, water. Plants will prepare food by a process called photosynthesis. For that process, it requires carbon dioxide from air. It requires sunlight. It requires water. It doesn't require eggs. So the correct option for this question is B, eggs. Next, B. Choose the correct answer, then fill in the blanks. Fishes move with the help of, there are 2 options given here. The correct option you need to write in this blank space. Fishes move with the help of fins. Fins are the structures used in animals to move in water, mainly used in fishes. Whereas legs are the structure used in animals to move on land. So here the answer is fins, F-I-N-S. Second question. Plants need food. They make their own food, find food. Usually find food is seen in animals. Animals will find food. Whereas plants, they make their own food. The answer should be make their own food. Then third question. Plants breathe through gills, stomata. Gills are the structures used in animals living in water, like fishes, for respiration or for breathing, gills. Whereas plants, they have tiny pores present in their leaves called stomata, through which it will breathe. Plant will breathe mainly through stomata. So you need to write this option in the blank space. Fourth one. Birds reproduce by laying eggs, giving birth to young ones. Giving birth to young ones, it is seen in animals like humans. Okay, higher group of animals like humans. Whereas humans as well as other mammals, okay, you're going to learn about them in higher classes. Whereas birds will reproduce mainly by laying eggs. So your like option should be a laying eggs. That should be written in the blank space. Next, C. Match the words in the 2 columns. Birds. There are 4 options given here. We need to select the correct option. Birds. Breathe through air holes, leaves close when touched, breathe with gills, have wings with feathers to move. So the option is D. Birds have wings to fly with feathers to move. Even their body is covered by feathers. Fish. Breathe through air holes, leaves close when touched, breathe with gills. Fish, as it lives in water, they have gills for breathing. So the option is C. Insects. Insects breathe through hair holes. Okay, this is the correct option for insects, A. Touch me not. Touch me not. plant you might have seen. When you touch their leaves, the leaves will fold. The leaves close when touched. The leaves closed when touched, mainly due to difference in water level in them. That also you're going to study in higher classes. Then D. Answer the following questions. List 3 differences between living and non-living things. Here you can say there are many differences between living and non-living things. Living things move, whereas most of the non-living things they can't move. Living things grow, whereas most of the non-living things they do not grow. Living things eat, whereas non-living things they do not eat. Living things they breathe, whereas non-living things they do not breathe. Living things feel changes around them, whereas non-living things they do not feel changes around them. Living things produce young ones, whereas non-living things they do not produce young ones. Living things they grow old and die, whereas non-living things they don't have age. Okay, so if they are maintained well, they live for a long duration of time. Okay, they are present for a long duration of time. So these are the main differences between living and non-living things. Second question, why do animals move around? The answer is here. Animals move around means they move from place to place in search of food and shelter. Animals move around from place to place in search of mainly food and shelter. Sometimes they move to run away from their enemies also. But main answer are these two. They move in search of food and shelter. Okay. Third question. How do animals sense their surroundings? Most animals feel changes around them with their sense organs. Means animals will sense their surroundings with the help of sense organs. These are the sense organs mainly found in animals like skin, nose, eyes, ears and tongue. With the help of skin, they can feel cold, warm, okay, those things. With the help of nose, they can feel the change in the smell. With the help of eyes, they can see the changes around them. With the help of ear, they can feel the changes in the sound around them. With the help of tongue, they can feel the taste. So these are the important sense organs present in higher animals. Okay, whereas insects, they have a special sense organ called feelers, with the help of which they feel the changes around them. For example, you can have a look at in this grasshopper. Okay, these are actually called as feelers. Otherwise, they are also called as antenna. Feelers are antenna. With the help of that, they can feel the changes around them. You know that plants are different from animals. Mention 2 differences between them, which you think are most important. The most important differences between plants and animals are movement and food. Animals, they can move from place to place, whereas plants, they do not move from place to place. This is one important difference. Second difference is animals cannot prepare their own food, whereas plants, they can prepare their own food by using air, water and sunlight. These are the 2 main differences between plants and animals. Higher order thinking skills. So the answers for these, it is only for your information, not necessary to write in the notebook. Only till here you can write, especially this part. Okay, then these things we need to write in the textbook. First question. Some non-living things can do many things that living things can do. A car moves, needs fuel, food, needs air for its tires and can respond. Okay, it has locking system and alarms and all. So why is it not considered a living thing? We have learnt these important characteristics of living things. Though the car can move, okay, as well as it can show some sort of response, even it also consumes fuel. But there are few things which will differentiate a car from a living thing. A car cannot grow, whereas the living things can grow. A car cannot produce young ones, whereas living things, it can produce young ones. A car doesn't die if it is maintained in a proper condition, whereas a living thing, it will grow old and one day it will die. These are actually few very important differences. So that differentiates car from us. In higher class, you're going to learn our body is made up of many tiny structures called cells, cells, which is not present in car. So that is the main difference between car and us. That is the reason why car is not considered as living thing. Clouds can move and grow. Are they living or non-living? Though clouds can move and grow, they are non-living. Again, you can have a look at the same structures. A cloud cannot eat. A cloud cannot breathe. A cloud cannot feel changes around it. A cloud cannot produce young ones. Okay, it doesn't become old and die. So that's why a cloud is considered as non-living thing. Why is a seed called a living thing? The reason why seed is called living thing, because a seed will grow into a plant. As a seed will grow into a plant. That is the main reason it is called as living thing. Even a seed will breathe also. Life skills. You know that plants are also living things and they grow. Bring a potted plant to school. Look after it and watch it grow. Okay, now you can try this activity at your house. What does the plant need to survive? Okay, plant requires water. Plant requires water as well as it requires few important nutrients, mainly nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So that should be given in the form of manure. Is it growing well? If not, how would you help the plant to grow well? If the plant is not growing well, you should provide it manure, you should water it frequently, not more water. The quantity of water should be appropriate for the plant. You shouldn't pour more as well as you shouldn't pour extremely less. On average level water you need to give for the plant. Activities for assessment. Grow your own potato plant. You will need soil, a potato, a knife, water. Method. The potato has few marks on it. You can have a look at. These are the marks present on the potato. These are called eyes. Okay, these are not the eyes which are similar to present in animals. The eyes of potato are their buds through which they can develop into another plant, young plant. Ask an adult to cut a piece of potato from the potato. So you need to request your parent or your elder brother, okay, grown up brother or sister, to cut a slice of potato which contains these buds, green color buds. Okay, which are called eyes. The piece must have an eye. Okay, the piece should have eye. Plant this piece in the soil. Then you need to place it in the soil. Water it regularly. So you need to pour water, but not too much. Too much water shouldn't be given. Otherwise, the potato piece will start decaying. See if a potato plant grows from the stem. You need to check whether the potato plant will grow. After some duration of time, that is after few days, you can see the potato plant growing from the potato. Okay, this one activity, when you have time, you can try at your house. Our heritage. Adyar Bodhi tree. The Adyar Bodhi tree located in the Theosophical Society campus in Chennai is a 450-year-old banyan tree. Okay, that's amazing. 450-year-old banyan tree is present in Theosophical Society campus in Chennai. It is one of the largest banyan trees in the world. Okay, that's very special. It is one of the largest banyan trees in the world. It looks like a forest rather than a single tree. The tree is so huge, it looks like a mini forest it seems. Okay, that's special about Adyar Bodhi tree. Just see it, it's amazing. It is 450-year-old.